Spiritual striptease is effectively a process, and it's a simple process, but it's looking at the idea that spiritual has been thrown around as something that people want to reach towards, or they don't. There's this rejection component to it, and it's made it kind of a bit fluffy and weird and strange. And the idea of striptease with it is bringing a little bit of fun in there, bringing a little bit of sensuality, bringing a little bit more playfulness into the idea that we're all in this big popping, I think of it like popcorn, in this big pot together, and we're all popping and we're all coming to our own conscious awareness at different times. And so I just want to make it a little bit more playful using some sensual language, and the larger idea of it is that it's a striptease concept. So I'm not this jacket. This is a jacket that I put on, and it also means I'm not my beliefs, or I'm not my identity. They're things that I live being, and yet that's not who I really am. It was just an idea, and it came from the fact that I'd seen and witnessed that spiritual was set out there to be something that was just, and I happened to go to a strip club one night, and the reasons I was there is all fun and games, etc. But I learnt something quite profound that night. I saw this beautiful woman doing their job for whatever reason they were there, and they would choose an identity, and then they would have the clothes of identity that fitted that. They'd choose their song, and then they'd practice, obviously, because it didn't look like they were just making up those moves on the dance floor. And then they would go through and take their clothes off. And at the end, of course, there they stand naked or nude. And that metaphor made me go, wow, it's this conscious awareness. If we were able to choose our identity on a daily basis, and we knew what that was, life becomes a little bit easier, because then we don't think life's happening to us, and we get our puppet strings pulled because the identity of being a mum or a daughter or a sister or an auntie or an uncle or whatever it is that you are as that identity isn't entirely a puppeteering process. You're actually aware that this is an identity and a role in life that you're choosing to live. So that's where it came from, is that idea. And I love the concept that our clothes are a set of beliefs. And every day I can go to my wardrobe and I take some clothes out and I put them on and I wear them for the day, and that serves me in the way that I'm living my life and the things that I've got to do that day. If something happens to those clothes, they might get ripped, or I get over them, I can very easily toss them away without this deep, oh my gosh, because they're just clothes. And then I can go out and I can select more clothes and I can put them on. And if we could be that easy with our beliefs and our identities, we're going to just have less stuckness in our growth. We're going to have less need to hold on tightly to who we think we are. And then our flourishing can happen just so much faster. Somebody who's curious, somebody who becoming aware of themselves, they're at that growth point, they're at the next level where they're wanting to explore, they're knowing that they're different, they're over what's been happening in life because that way of being isn't working anymore. And they may have come to that because their life turned upside down, inside out, whether it be a divorce, whether it be some change at work, whether it's a new career orientation. It doesn't matter what's forced that contraction in life that's caused the disarray, and they're wanting to live life a different way. So that might be one of the people. Another person might be someone who's actually just always on a personal development journey. They're always looking to go to the next level. They're wanting to keep their momentum up. They're wanting to have a new way of perceiving something so that their knowledge can grow in a vaster and faster way. The other people is curiosity. I think the spiritual striptease aspect brings in that curiosity of, it's not so much about, ooh, spiritual and spooky, it's about, oh, what is that about? And so people who are curious because they may have had it come through their feeds, or they may have had seen movies or programs that have highlighted them to, oh, you know, what is life really about? What is going on here? And is this all there is? And if this is all that there is, then, I mean, why? Why would I do this? So my experience with people that I've been working with is this. Many reasons or gateways that people come through, but whatever their reason and gateway, it's about them getting to know themselves more, to understand that the way that they're made up and the way that they construct their lives and the way that they create their lives and therefore manifest their lives, the things that they have in their lives, can also be taken back and stripped back in a conscious way so that they have a lot more awareness in what they're actually doing in their gameplay within life. Definitely and absolutely, the first one is you can't get it wrong, and it's not about getting it right. And what that does is it takes away the limitations and it allows and gives you permissions in order to have a lot more fun doing it. The second one would be about the practice and realizing that it's actually a day by day, moment by moment practice. And within that, you're not actually going to get anywhere. And in saying that, you completely and absolutely will come to new ways of being. But it's not about this huge race. It's not about this end destination. It's about the journey along the way. So the daily practice is something that I will continue and always talk about. And there's many gateways to this, and of course I talk about them in the book. But one of the gateways is meditation, or understanding where you start and finish and understanding your energy systems. And the third one is about being comfortable in the unknown. And that would be one of the most profound, because when we're in our known experience, nothing changes. When we're in the unknown, of course, we're in something that we don't know about much. And in that factor, it's being in the unknown and being comfortable with it that can make it far more playful.